This video, we're going to be simplifying a ratio of decimals. Okay, so simplifying a ratio of decimals. Write the ratio as a fraction in simplest form with whole numbers in the numerator and denominator. Okay, so when you have this ratio written like this with a little 2 in the middle, or maybe with a little colon in the middle, you can put it as a fraction. So it would end up being 0.12 divided by 0.40. Okay. And then when you do that, if you want to get rid of the decimals, you can multiply the top and bottom by 100, which essentially what it does is moves the decimal place over to the right a couple places, which is what we want. So this would become 12 on top and 40 on bottom. Okay, so that gets rid of the decimals. And then you want to reduce this by seeing what goes into both of these. Let's see, a 4 goes into both of those. So if I divide the top and bottom by 4, top divided by 4, 12 divided by 4 is 3. And then 40 divided by 4 is 10. So my answer is 3/10. That's my ratio. Okay, let's look at the next one. So 160 to 120. Okay, so here's the 160, here's the 120. Okay, I can multiply by 100 just like I did before. Or, since there's a 0 on the end, really you could just multiply by 10. You don't really need to multiply by 100. It's a little too much because zeros don't really matter. It's just 1.6 over 1.2. The reason the zeros are there is because it's money. So if you multiply by 10, it moves the decimal place over and it becomes 16 on top and 12 on bottom. And then if you reduce the top and bottom by dividing by 4, you get 4/3. And that is your ratio. Okay. On this one, we've got 8.4 to 1.2. Again, I can multiply by 10 to move the decimal place over one time. Okay, so that will give me 84/12. Okay, and 12 goes into 84. How many times? 7. So if we write this as whole numbers in the numerator and denominator, you have to write it as 7/1. Okay, so usually you don't have to write the 1 underneath, but since it says this is a ratio and it specifically said write with whole numbers in the numerator and the denominator, we needed to put something there, so we put a 1. So the ratio here is 7/1. All right, and the last one here, $3.60. I'll write as 3.6 because we don't have to deal with it in money if we don't want to. And then on the bottom we have 3.2. Okay, we can multiply the top and bottom by 10 like I've been doing, so you get 36/32. And then if I divide the top and bottom by 4, okay, this will be 9. 4 goes into 36 9 times, and 4 goes into 32 8 times. So my ratio is 9/8. And that's it.